Welcome to the Bushido gang. What's up, guys? It's AttackonSamurott, and welcome to week 3 of the IPC League. So, last week we fought Trap House Dougie, coached by Ajax. This week we're gonna be battling the Knoxville Noctowls, coached by Boston. Oh crap! I forgot to show his draft. Hold up, give me a second. Alright, so I got the picture and everything. So this is what my opponent's draft looks like. So my opponent, Boston, this is his draft. He's got Landorus-Incarnate, Cobalion, Rotom, Haxorus, Kraganol, Alolan Raticate, Toxapex, Necrozma, Frogadier, Type Null, and he has Mega Autono. So, first thing I notice about his team is that it's fairly slow. The fastest one he has on his team is actually Cobalion. So there's that. His team is also kind of fat too, with Pex and Necrozma, as well as even Cobalion, and also Mega Autono is a big one right there, and Type Null too. So his team is fairly fat. He does have some offensive. He does have quite a bit of offense. And also set up with Frogadier with Hazards, and then Haxorus, Cobalion, and Lando I. So those are the ones I really got to watch out for. Even Necrozma to some extent, since it can also run some setup. But yeah, his team is still can be pretty aggressive with Hazard stack and such. So I got to be aware of that. So for this week, I'm bringing Crunch Time the Mega Pinsir. I'm bringing Black Pearl again for a third week. I'm bringing Biggie, Biggie the Guzzlord, Blasphemy, the Silvally, Smokey, the Heatran, and then Lionel, the Raikou. So before we get started with this team builder, make sure you guys hit a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, join my Discord, Bushido Gang, and subscribe for some more content. So without further ado, let's get the team builder underway. So first off, we got Crunch Time the Mega Pinsir. As you can see, it's running some weird set with EVs and the set itself. So I'm rocking Stealth Rock, Sword Stance, Quick Attack, and Return this week. I saw Crunch Time as being more it's definitely gonna be great this week, but I didn't really see it as being a sweeper for real this week. I feel like it's gonna be more like a setup user, and then allow the other mons on my team to set up to kind of sweep him or run through him. So this set's mainly to wall break and also to get hazards up. It was actually kind of difficult for me to decide who would be a great stealth rocker this week. I could have brought Paperboy with me, but Paperboy gets destroyed by not Cobalion, gets destroyed by Lando, gets destroyed by Rotom, Pex even, Frogadier. Well, not Pex really, but Frogadier definitely would have been a problem. Frogadier, Rotom, and Cobalion and Lando were the biggest problems, which is one of the reasons why I didn't want to bring Paperboy with me this week. Wish it would have been a great rocker, but I didn't want to go for it. So Crunch Time is going to take Paperboy's role of being the rocker for this week. So with Crunch Time, we can actually set up rocks on a couple mons on this team, since we are bug and flying. So we can set rocks on Pex, Necrozma, Type Null even. There are a lot of mons we can set rocks on and not really have to worry about knocking us out. So yeah, we have SD, so that way after rocks we can try and set up and get some chip damage off on something with quick attack or return. By chip damage, I mean we may actually kill something with a +2 quick attack or return. So yeah, that's pretty much the set. The investment though, 32 in HP, just so that we have a little bit more longevity. We have 88 in attack. Just to get out the most amount of damage after a +2 SD, and then the rest has been put into speed and defense. But defense is actually important because I want to make sure that I can actually live a rock slide from Cobalion or even from Lando. Lando's actually kind of meh, but we do outspeed Lando anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But Cobalion is more important because I want to make sure that we can at least live one hit from it, and also try and prevent it from getting hazards up if it is going to be the hazard user, the hazard mon on this team. So yeah, the speed investment is to make sure that we outspeed Lando. Since Lando goes up to like 331 speed, we want to make sure we speed creep it by at least 1 point. If he's not running Choice Scarf Lando, and then Cobalion, well, basically it's just outspeed everything else on this team outside of Cobalion, and any other mon that's like, well, okay, if he does run a Choice Scarf user like Rotom or Lando, they're gonna outspeed us, or even Cobalion, but Cobalion outspeeds naturally. But yeah, the speed is mostly for Lando. So now we're gonna move on to Black Pearl. So I wanted to bring up Black Pearl this week as a choice band. Oh, you guys saw that. I wanted to bring up Black Pearl this week as a choice band mon, running Ice Shard, Icicle Sphere, Spikes, and Explosion. With the investment, I wanted to make sure that we get the most amount of damage off on his attackers, on his mons. Nothing on his team. Well, he has Pex is the biggest counter to Cloister, so I want to make sure that that mon gets rid of, or I can at least like get some spikes up and then explode on it afterwards, or explode on it the turn after switching or something. But yeah, Cloister's role, it's mainly to check Lando, because again, Landorus-Incarnate is pretty annoying, since it can be very aggressive. So I want to make sure that I can stop it, and like Ice Shard it, to almost knock it out, or at least knock it out. Icicle Sphere is there to like chip some stuff down too. Spikes is there to get hazards up, so that way that helps with rocks plus spikes, and also opens up the rest of the team to put in more offensive pressure on him. Explosion is there just as like a filler move. Really, like if I don't need like Black Pearl at some point, I can just sack it, go for the explosion, and get off a ton of damage right off the bat. But yeah, that's pretty much Black Pearl's role for this week. It's just going to be like chipping down stuff and getting hazards up. I want to try and get hazards up on like mons like Necrozma. Well, not Necrozma. Actually, like Pex, or even Tapu. Why do I keep saying Tapu, man? Pex, Type Null, Mega Audino, mons that can't really like do too much to close. So I want to try and get hazards up on them, and then I could like explode the following turn or switch out into a better mon. So yeah. That is going to be Cloister for this week. Just pretty straightforward for real. Now we're gonna move on to Biggie, the Guzzlord. So Biggie is going to be a wall for this week. So its moveset is a Dragon Tail, Knockoff, Fire Blast, and Heavy Slam. It is also Assault Vest and Sassy Nature. Oh yeah, I forgot to say the natures for the other mons. Black Pearl's gonna be Adamant, and so is Kershram's gonna be Jolly. So sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier, but this is its investment. It's gonna be maxed out in defense, maxed out in special defense, and then the rest put into special attack. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that special attack and put in attack, because I decided to change that like a little bit earlier. Actually, I should have mentioned that Sneaky helped me, Sneaky Asogor or Helmy, he actually helped me build some of this team. So to really helped him, helped me in this part, or it was more like in the rest of the mons, but you guys will find out in a bit. Well, actually, helped me build Pinsir. Really, that's what the investment was for and such. But yeah, Biggie's role for this week is just to phase and be like annoying. So we want to try and like phase out stuff. Plus, since we have hazards up, phasing helps with his team. Since his team is, again, like I said, pretty fat, so we want to make sure that we phase him around quite a bit and let him take some spike and stealth rock damage. The only mon I can't phase out is Mega Audino, since it is a fairy type, so I can't Dragon Tail on it, unfortunately. However, I can go for Heavy Slam to get a decent amount of damage on it. Yeah, the rest of his moveset, Fire Blast is there for Cobalion and Rotom, also there for Cryogonal, since we can take a hit from Cryogonal and also Rotom. Cobalion, though, we can take a hit from it, but it is going to do a lot to us. Close combat actually does like 60 to 70%, so I don't really want to come in on this mon on the switch in. So I want to make sure I play that part. Knockoff is there to get rid of hazards, to get rid of an item on any of his mons. Specifically is there for type null, because we want to try and get rid of that Eviolite, because with an Eviolite, type null is going to be taking hits like crazy, so I want to make sure that that mon gets knocked off as soon as possible. Or any of his offensive mons, like if he's running like a choice scarf user or something, I want to try and knock them off if possible. But yeah, and then Dragon Tail, like I said, is for phasing. Also with this set, we can take hits from stuff like Lando and Rotom, as well as Kragenos, since we are AB. We can also take some hits from Frogadier as well. However, we cannot take a hit from Mega Audino, because Dazzling Gleam actually does like 34 to 41% to us. So I don't really want to like risk anything with a Biggie on a Mega Audino. If anything, I'd rather predict a switch into it and then go Heavy Slam. That's really all I do. I wouldn't actually stay in on this mon. But yeah. Next we have Blasphemy, the Esso Valley. So Blasphemy is gonna be like last week, a pivot into stuff. So running Parting Shot, Bolt Beam coverage, and then Toxic. I'm also gonna be running Silvally Ghost this week. So Blasphemy is gonna be a Ghost type this week because it's mostly for Cobalion. Because my team, as you can see right now, really doesn't like fighting types. So I really want to make sure that I have at least an immunity. So Blasphemy is gonna be my immunity for this week. So yeah, Parting Shot is there, so that way we can Parting Shot on any of his other mons, and then bring in a better mon for the switch initiative. Ice Beam is there for Lando on the switch in. It's there for Haxorus and other stuff on his team. Thunderbolt is there for again coverage, for Frogadier, even for Pex. And then Toxic is there to wear down his fat mons like Necrozma, Type Null, and Mega Audino. With this investment, I also made it Bold Nature. Again, this is mostly for Cobalion, so that way we can take a physical hit from this mon and from any of his other physical attackers besides Haxorus, because Haxorus is really strong, and I think Outrage actually does like 40 something or more % to us, so I don't really want to risk it. We really want to risk like staying in on Hax, but anyways, that's gonna be the set. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna move on to Smokey, the Heatran. So Smokey is gonna be very important for this week because his team really doesn't appreciate Heatran that much, because like at most his team gets either 2 KO'd or knocked out by Troscarf Heatran. So Troscarf Heatran is going to be the move this week with Eruption, Magma Storm, Flash Cannon, and Earth Power. Eruption, like I mentioned earlier, like I just said, hits his team really hard. He doesn't have too many switch-ins besides Pex being his only one on Eruption. So yeah, like I said, Eruption either knocks out or 2 KOs his team. Magma Storm is there for Pex specifically, just that way we can trap it and stop it from doing anything. Because trapping Pex is honestly the best way to go. Because Pex could actually do quite a bit. Like it could get Toxic Spikes up. It could do a lot of stuff. So I want to make sure that I could trap it and stop it from trying to do anything like that. Flash Cannon is there for a check to Mega Audino. Also there for Stab. Then Earth Power is there for Pex, as well as Cobalion and any other mon on his team, besides the ones that are immune to it. So yeah, it's also gonna be Modest, that way we get the most amount of damage with Eruption. I didn't really want to go Timid because I mean, like I mentioned before, his team really isn't like, it's fast, but it's not like really fast. So I can afford to go Modest and get the most amount of damage off instead of going for speed. So yeah, that's gonna be Smokey for this week. And now we're gonna move on to Lion-O. So Lion-O's moveset this week is going to be Substitute. It's gonna be a Substitute Calm Mind set with Hidden Power Ice and Thunder. I'm also running Electrium Z now this week. So yeah, Raikou is the Z captain on my team. Last week I did bring Biggie as my Z captain, but this week I'm going Lionel. I wanted to go Lionel this week because really Z Thunder runs through his team. Like, he doesn't have a good answer to Raikou outside of Lando. So, or unless he wants to run like Twistcarf Haxorus or something. But yeah, his team really doesn't have a good, like, it really doesn't have a good answer to Lando, to Raikou. So, with this investment, we can outspeed Cobalion. We can also outspeed Lando. We also outspeed Haxorus as well with this investment. I'm running subs, that way we get off 4 subs, and we have 4 chances to get up a Calm Mind and to set up a Calm Mind. HP Ice is there for Haxorus as well as Lando. And then Thunder, like I said, just runs through his team. A couple mons I can take a +1 Thunder or a +1 Z Thunder from this mon. From Lionel. Mega Autono can take one. It does like 82 or 81 to 98%. So it will get to a KO after a Thunder, unless it like wishes on the switch. Unless it wishes, unless Boston wishes with the Mega Autono, knowing that he can live. That can happen. Type Null can actually take a Z Thunder as well. It does around like 50% to it, so I really need to make sure that I can knock it off with Biggie if Type Null comes. Everything else though, Thunder just runs through. So yeah. Even Haxorus 2 being a resistance, it pretty much knocks it out at +1. It does like 91 to 100 and something %. So yeah, this mon has a pretty high chance to drop to Thunder, into Z Thunder. So I want to make sure that I keep Raikou around for that and such. But yeah, I definitely want to try and set up a sub, and then Calm Mind afterwards, and then just run through him if possible. So yeah, Raikou is also Timid Nature, so we get the most amount of damage off. This is how we get more speed, and yeah, and max special attack for the most amount of damage, and again 48 in HP, so we can at least get 4 subs up, and have a little bit more investment, so we can actually take a hit under the sub and not die after like 1 and such. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this team. Now, who do I think he's gonna bring this week? Honestly, me and Sneaky were actually discussing this. There's a chance that he's probably not gonna bring like a Alolan Raticate, because like the team really just runs through it, and Raticate's strong and everything, but there's really not much you can do like outside of like a couple of my defensive walls, like Black Pearl and even Biggie can take hits from Raticate. So I really doubt that he'll bring that. I honestly doubt he'll bring Cragnole too. I don't think that mon's gonna come, just because like it's just Cragnole's not really that. As you guys know, I actually did draft Cragnole in my other draft, so I have an idea of what this mon does, and what this mon does to my team, it doesn't do anything. So he's not gonna bring it. Haxorus, that's a mon that's definitely coming, because that mon puts off a lot of offensive pressure, so I could see it coming. He also knows that my only fairy type is Swirlix, and he knows he can pretty much just run through that with like Cobalion. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring Haxorus and Cobalion as well. He'll probably still bring Pex, because Pex is annoying, and really good at his job of being annoying. So Cobalion, Hax, Pex. I see Lando coming. Definitely. Lando could be pretty annoying too. He knows I don't really have that great of a ground immunity or ground resist, so he probably will take advantage of that and bring Lando. So Lando, Cobalion, Haxorus, Pex. He might bring Rotom for volt switching and such, so I can see him bringing it. And then his last mon, he's gonna need spikes, so I'm expecting him to bring Frogadier. So he'll probably be aggressive with it and probably bring Frogadier, Pex, Haxorus, Rotom, Cobalion, and Lando. That's my prediction. Or it could go fat and just bring like odd no type null. Still run Hazards with Frogadier or even Pex instead. And then like run Rotom for Switch Initiative. And then maybe something else to set up. But yeah, again, my initial thing he's gonna leave with Lando, Cobalion, Rotom, Haxorus, Pex, and Frogadier. So yeah, I know I talked for a really long time. Well, I'm kind of tired. It's really late. Should have actually done this team builder a lot sooner. But when you guys see this, you guys will see it today because I'm actually going to be, well, as I'm recording, it's like 1 in the morning, and it's a Friday. So you guys will see this later on today, probably like around maybe like 8ish or something. Actually, it'll probably be like 12 or something like that because that's when I'm going to have my battle with my opponent, with Boston. So yeah. I'll see you guys then. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, join my Discord Bushido gang, and subscribe for some more content. Peace out.